Well, he vanished 1 year ago today and has never been seen since.
The very last image of Stephen Koecher was discovered on a surveillance tape in Henderson, Nevada. Christina Flores live outside the Koecher home in Bountiful tonight. And Christina, they have to be frustrated that this remains a mystery at this point. Have there been any new leads in this case?
Well, there have been a couple new leads lately that are being investigated right now, but basically the Koecher family is back to square one. They have no idea what happened to Stephen. Now this weekend they put up this Christmas tree here at their house. For them, it's a reminder of Stephen, but they hope for others it's a signal that this family needs help and that Stephen is still missing.
Last year, he actually put the lights on there.
They don't go off until we either find him or the lights give out.
For Deanne and Rolf Koecher, this tree is a symbol of hope. Their son Stephen, who's been missing for 1 year now, will be found. But some days are very tough.
Sometimes I'm very, very angry. I say, people just don't disappear. My son just doesn't disappear. And then other times, my son has disappeared. I haven't talked to him for a year.
Stephen, who just turned 31, mysteriously disappeared 1 year ago. He lived in St. George, but his car was found abandoned about 2 hours away in Henderson, Nevada.
My working theory is that he thought he was going to something there, like an interview, an opportunity, and something went terribly wrong.
Surveillance video shows Stephen's car in the neighborhood. His family is almost sure the man in the video is Stephen.
There's been many, many searches of all kinds. We've just driven around sometimes looking at faces.
Police in St. George and Nevada searched Koecher's house, phone records, and computer and found no clues. But there have been many tips.
As we've even staked out restaurants where some people thought they saw him, and we spent many nights there waiting for him to appear.
Recently, the husband and father-in-law of Susan Cox Powell, who went missing about the same time, suggested she and Stephen ran off together to Brazil. The Koechers say they never met Susan.
We think that this is a pretty out there kind of a theory, but they need to do what they need to do, and we're going to try the very hardest we can do to find our son.
For now, the Koechers hope the Christmas tree outside their house reminds people to look out for their son.
I think about him, the happy things, when I look at it.
It means we haven't given up hope.
Now, those most recent sightings of Stephen came from the Provo area. People thought they might have seen him in the post office there, and right now the U.S. Postal Service is trying to provide surveillance video to the police so they can look through it and determine whether or not those were real sightings. In the meantime, Mark and Shauna, the family says if anyone knows anything, you can call the St. George Police or the police in Henderson, Nevada. Back to you.
Still a mystery after 1 year. All right, thanks, Christina.